Hey YouTube, what is up? This is a deck profile for my Zoodiac Nekroz Kaiju. It's a very weird deck that actually works for me for some reason, so I thought I'd do a deck profile of it. Just quickly before I start, this is a deck profile under the assumption that Terratop, Tenki, and Norden are going to get hit, because it seems fairly obvious that those cards are going to get smacked up on the next ban list, so this is for actually the next format. First off, I play 2 Max C because you can't get away with playing anything less than that. Max C just lets you go insanely plus, and because this deck is kind of designed to go turn 2, because you're usually trying to just blow your opponent's board and then push for a shit ton of damage thanks to the Nekroz engine, you're basically going to rely on Max C to go crazy plus if they don't want to stop their plays, and if they do, then they leave themselves with a subpar board that you could just blow through really easily. Next up, I play 3 Thoroughblade. This allows you to dig deeper into your deck because you just go so far with this card. You basically pump yourself up with extra damage. You discard any dead cards in your hand, draw one, which helps a lot, especially if you need to draw into the level Kaiju you need, or if you need to draw into one of your Nekroz cards. So this just helps you dig deeper into your deck. Next up, I play 3 Whiptail. This allows you to push for damage, and you can basically just pump up any monster with 3600 extra attack if you search all these the right way, or if you pull off the Zoo combo, you can normal summon one of these and then reattach it and just push for a ton of damage. And any monster that has this thing under it that's Beast Warrior basically banishes that card that it attacks. It's absolutely crazy. It helps you get rid of any problem cards, and it just helps you OTK, which is kind of what this deck is intended to do. Next up, I obviously play the 3 Rat because you need to, the 3 Barrage because it allows you to not use your normal summon to get to your Rat, and on top of that, I play 1 Tenki and 1 Zoodiac combo. This is just the Zoodiac engine so far. There are 2 other engines in this deck, so let's get to it. And now onto the Kaiju engine, and some people are probably confused as to why you played the Kaiju engine, but the Kaiju engine pretty much just allows you to OTK your opponent. Not only does it blow the entire field and give you a strong monster, but the fact that you can choose what level monster you bring out to your side of the field is incredibly good in this deck. If you have something like Nekroz Kaiju, you can pop to level 10, bring out a Brionac and a Unicorn. It just allows you to do so much. Even if you use Interrupted Kaiju Slumber and on the next turn you banish the Slumber, search out whatever level you need to add up to the appropriate number to summon the right Nekroz. This allows you to not only wipe board, but it just lets you bring out the Nekroz a lot easier than I initially anticipated. I was playing this without the Kaiju engine and it didn't run anywhere near as smooth. The Kaiju engine really does help the Nekroz engine out a ton. I think I might actually make a deck that's literally just Nekroz and Kaiju because it might be a really fun, spicy deck to play, but that's for another time. And now onto my Nekroz engine that I play. I play 3 Manju because it is the best one in the deck. Basically, I don't like running Senju because I don't have a ton of room, and it does less than this does. This searches out any monster that's a ritual or any ritual spell, and that's really, really good. The fact that it's a level 4 means you can normal summon this and then use Barrage to pop itself, and then you get a rank 4 play, which is really, really good. This just has a ton of synergy. I've made Gagaga Samurai with this before and pushed for a game with it. You could use it to search your Colossalus and then just dish Colossalus to get it in the graveyard, and then search out a Nekroz Mirror and then banish the Colossalus with whatever other cards are in your hand and go from there. I mean, especially if you have something like Brionac, you just discard the Brionac, search Trish, and then discard Colossalus, search Mirror, and then you get a free Trishula for no reason. So I really like this card. It opens up the deck a lot. As for the Nekroz spells that I play 1 Nekroz Cycle because it special summons from the hand or graveyard, which is good, but usually that's not something I want turn 1. I don't want to special summon from my graveyard turn 1. I usually want to special summon from my hand, and there are better Nekroz spells for that. This is at 1 because I can search it really easily with Colossalus, so if I need it late game, it's not too hard to get to, and that's why I like it. I play 2 Nekroz Mirror because this just allows me to use my Kaiju and stuff like that. It also allows you to banish from the graveyard Nekroz monsters to equal the level of the Nekroz you're going to summon. And now for my favorite Nekroz spell, I play 3 Kaleidoscope. Not only do you send monsters from the field or from your hand to the graveyard, you can also send monsters from your extra deck. And not only that, if the monsters in your hand equal the level of like 10, 11, or 12, you could send a higher level monster and then bring out multiple Nekroz, as long as their level adds up to the monster that you send. So you could send a level 12 from your extra deck to the graveyard, and then you could bring out Trish and Colossalus, which is crazy. If you send a level 10, you could bring out Unicorn and Brionac. Any combination works really, really well with this deck. I really love this card. It's so good in this deck. It makes it run way smoother, and it helps you not lose materials. You can use this to pretty easily bring out something like Valkyris, and then Valkyris just pops any extra cards you have in the field to dig deeper into your deck. It just opens up all your plays and lets you extend so far, and that's why I love it. And next up for the Nekroz monsters that I play one Brionac because you could discard it to search any Nekroz monster in your deck, which is great. You can also use its effect of, basically Brionac, which is returning 2 monsters that were special summoned from the extra deck that are face up to the extra deck, and that is really, really strong. On top of that, I play one Unicorn because you could discard it to add any Nekroz that was in your graveyard back to your hand. That's really good. And the fact that it's a level 4 means you can use something like Kaleidoscope, send Herald of the Arclight, special summon and get a free search. And on top of that, you're negating every special summon monster from the extra deck's effect, which is crazy. That's why this card is at 1. It's just way too strong for this deck. On top of that, I play 2 Nekroz of Trishula. The reason I play 2 Nekroz of Trishula is because usually if you can resolve 1, you pretty much win the game. If you resolve 2, it's a pretty much guaranteed win because there's just too many resources lost, especially in this format. If I banish a rat that's in your graveyard or a rat that you left on the field, a barrage, something key to your combo, you pretty much lose. So Trishula is just way too strong and way too easy to bring out to not run it at multiples. I also then play 3 Colossalus because it allows you to dig into your deck. You discard it, search any Nekroz spell or trap. We're not obviously searching traps, but we're searching spells. And the fact that when you summon it, it basically targets an extra deck monster and then makes its attack 0 and negates its effects. That's really, really strong, especially against Zoodiacs. If you negate a Zoodiac monster's effect, its attack already becomes 0. So that's really, really strong. It allows you to push for the OTK. And on top of that, I play 3 Valk. Valk is so strong in this deck because usually the problem that Zoodiac has is getting OTK'd, and Valkyris prevents that as long as you have a Nekroz in the graveyard and he is in your hand. As soon as your opponent's monster declares an attack, you banish the one to your graveyard, discard him, and then it ends the battle phase. So that is really, really good. And on top of that, it basically is like a Pantheism kind of, or I guess more like Karaz, where it pops 2 cards on your side of the field or up to 2 cards on your side of the field, and then you get to draw 2 for that. So that's really strong, especially considering the fact that Zoodiacs can put up like 5 monsters if they get barraged, and then you just pop the extra ones that you don't need anymore and draw deeper into your deck. It's really, really strong, and that's why I love running Valkyris in this deck. Not only is it battle protection, but it allows you to dig way deeper into your deck than you should be. And now onto the extra deck, I play 1 Gagaga Samurai to help OTK, as well as the 1 Daigusto Emerald just to recycle my materials. I then play 2 of every Zoo card. Now the reason I play 2 is because I don't want to have to rely on Daigusto Emerald to actually pull me back into the game. Usually decks that play Zoodiac as an engine only run 1 of each, and I don't like that. I want to be able to make a second play, so that's why I run 2 of every Zoodiac extra deck monster. I think it's really useful to do that. Daigusto Emerald is only something I do normally if I don't think I can survive the turn unless I recycle my materials back and I get set up for next turn. So usually I don't even rely on Daigusto Emerald. Usually I try and push for game. On top of that, I play 1 Herald of the Arclight. I lent it to a friend, so I still don't have it. Sorry about that. And then I play any level 9, any level 10, any level 11, and any level 12. And these just allow you to bring out any strong Nekroz monsters thanks to Nekroz Kaleidoscope. So thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to click subscribe because it's free, it's fun, and I'll see you guys in the next one.